I didn't really know where to go with songwriting. A lot of the female artists I liked were like huge pop stars.
Today I'm working on the song Body, which is almost done.
I didn't see a lot of women producing. I saw a lot of men who were more on the tech side of things. And I wish I had seen more women do that, because I think I just thought I'm not capable of it. So it didn't feel like I always got an example of like how to pursue music. A lot of the female artists that I liked were like, other people were writing their music. They were on huge labels. So it didn't really feel like I knew how to pursue that. I didn't have a lot of input on like, how do you pursue music? I think a lot of times the language I got was like getting discovered. I realized as I got older that that's like the most disempowered way to pursue anything. If you're hoping to get discovered, you're really handing the power over to somebody else. And unless you're in a position where you have money and you can just pay for somebody to produce your stuff or mix your stuff or market your stuff, you're really hoping that somebody likes you. So I graduate from college and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like get my songwriting off the ground. Then I got acid reflux. Like I remember sitting at my first job, going to like answer the phone like as a receptionist and like nothing coming out. And I don't think I recognized at that time how that would change my relationship with music, but it really, really did. So I went through this period of time, like kind of this dark night of the soul in my late 20s where number one, I realized that acid reflux had really changed my relationship with music. I had created this weird anxiety cycle with like food and singing and like obsessing over making sure I could eat all the right things in order to sound good enough. I had this moment in my 20s where I finally was like, I don't think this is gonna happen. So I went through this period of like not doing a lot of music for a few years and then kind of rediscovering it. I ended up discovering this other part of myself and going to school for counseling and realizing music wasn't the only thing I had to offer. But it was in going to school for counseling that this little desire for music just kept creeping up, and that I really realized like I need to finish my songs. So I tried different things, like I posted on Instagram, but my music isn't super acoustic. Like I feel like my music tends to be more pop, like it really leans on production. And so I just started kind of opening Logic and trying this or that.
What are you thinking about making? Lay down some beats?
Everything, there was nothing about it that was like a straight line. It was like kind of learning like this and on YouTube, and it was really fun. And when I started to hear my music come to life, it was just really exciting to me. The first song that I created is called Bad News, and it sort of feels like this ode to a younger version of myself. And I was like, well, I could try to like make this relevant to my life now, but I just kind of like what it is. So I just kind of filled in the story with like, yeah, little things from me, little things from others. I love this song and I'm proud of myself for creating it. The second song I finished is called Mystery. And this song popped into my head when I asked Dustin, my husband, to get me wine, and he came home with boxed wine. I kind of started writing it about a person in my life that like, I felt like they really wanted to portray themselves in one way, but it always felt to me like their true self was somebody else. So the third song that I finished is called Hindsight, but this song was written about my grandma. So I wrote it after I went to her funeral and was just standing on the doorstep of the home that her and my grandpa had lived in, and it had already been sold. Like it was just like this moment where I could not believe how fast time had gone by. It holds a little bit of grief, but I also just feel very fortunate for the woman of my grandma and my granddad as well, and just lives that were really well lived. The last song I finished is called Body.
I think this song started at the piano with this line.
It's interesting because this song is about my journey and my relationship to my body.
Every time I try to do it right, which I can't fucking sing right now because of acid reflux.
Like, my body has always reacted to nerves, which has been so frustrating with singing. Like, if I get on a stage, I'm going to be a little nervous. I'm going to have acid reflux. And so that's probably been one of the heavier things I've carried, like, in my 20s. I just like sat at the piano and was like kind of intentional, like, I want to write a song about this experience. It's ironic sharing this right now because I'm 6 weeks out from a surgery I had for reflux. Sometimes I have listened to it when I've had issues with my body, and it feels like a book I got to put on a shelf, and it means so much to me. But I also have listened to this song and just been so proud of the work on it and so happy with like just the sound of it. Like, I like this song. So I'm really happy to be able to share it with you.
I view my body like an exoskeleton, disconnected from it. Ghost in a castle, I am the inhabitant, but you keep raising the rent.
I've just had to be so patient with myself in learning production, and there's some parts I really like and are fulfilling to me, and there's some parts I 100% procrastinate. It's been a discipline a little bit. Like, some of it has been like, there's days where I show up and I'm just like, make a ton of progress and it feels so good, and there's days I show up and like nothing works and I don't know if it's me or it. I've just had to learn how to like not quit and just show up even if it's not perfect. It's so applicable to so many things. Like, me learning production has taught me how to show up to something, and yeah, has really been like the vehicle in which I've been able to share my music in a way that I feel that feels more true to like the style and what I'm trying to create.